It's a privilege and a pleasure to be here. I am honoured. My university is honoured. CEU's goal, and we've been hearing a little bit about it, is to contribute to that open society that is so important in Europe today. An open society through free minds, and we've heard a lot about free minds. And this award is recognition of the importance of teaching and the importance of those academics who maybe put teaching further ahead in the grand scheme of things than research in opening up society and freeing minds. I'm Jim Murdoch. I'm Professor of Public Law in the School of Law at the University of Glasgow. I'm also currently the International Dean for Mobility for the University. That is responsible for helping ensure outward mobility of all undergraduate students. The European Human Rights Project really arose through a sheer accident. The plan was a very simple one. It was to buy into an international mooting competition called the Rani Kassan competition, which takes place each year in Strasbourg. We had 10 students in our year 4, the equivalent in many countries to master's level teaching, but year 4 in Scotland is the final year of the undergraduate degree. And we suggested to the students that they could, in 2 teams, start preparing both sides of the arguments to allow a team from Glasgow to go and present in French in Strasbourg. The date of the competition had to be moved, and it was going to be moved right into the very middle of our examination diet. And at that stage, I have to confess, a slight panic and then a moment of inspiration. I had spent some of my sabbatical leave a couple of years beforehand in the Council of Europe in Strasbourg, and I had the idea, well, if we can't take part in the French-speaking Rani Kassan competition, let's just take the problem with our students, the 10 students in Glasgow who had no intention ever of leaving Glasgow for this series of presentations, in a university minibus. It helps bond the 10 students together, and that slightly lengthier journey probably is still a very important part of the experience for students. So we ended up I suppose crawling in under cover of darkness to the Council of Europe's headquarters, the Palais de l'Europe in Strasbourg, hoping nobody would ask us any questions as to what we were doing. And some friends of mine in the registry, and it has to be said in Directorate General for Human Rights, where I had been based, they acted as a moot court for our Glasgow students. The quality of the court that our teams face each year is second to none. These are judges and registry staff who know the stuff inside out. And to paraphrase Dr. Johnson, the threat of a good hanging concentrates the mind, and this I think gives a certain frisson to the students as to what they've undertaken. There's another dimension that we, over a period of time, introduced, and it was the suggestion that we should have a so-called dry run before taking the students to experience the delights or the terrors of the Strasbourg court. The suggestion was made that we should expose them to some Scottish judges. So in short, over a period of time, we've started from almost accident to something which I hope we modify on an annual basis to try and always increase, always improve, always develop, and never simply repeat what we've done in previous years. Because we were now not able to get feedback from the court through the mooting competition, we decided to try something probably unique, and that was to ask the students to assess themselves. But strange but true, over a period of 25 years, it has worked on every single occasion. The impact upon the students of the self-assessment exercise is as valuable as the impact of the knowledge and understanding gained in preparing the problem to present before the judges. And this has been recognised by employers. Many of our students are now doing quite remarkable things, either in the area of human rights, working with international agencies, even working in the European Court of Human Rights, others working for the civil service in the area of human rights development, others are working in private practice, but still each able to point back to the challenges, not so much of the presentation in Strasbourg, but what they gained from self-reflection and listening to the reflection of others.